Hey guys, this is Make It Work with Yosh, and today we are about to do my daughter's iPhone 7. And guys, I'm going to go over each part step by step with you guys. That way you will see exactly how to replace your battery in your iPhone 7. So stay tuned and we will be back in a few. Alright guys, so like I said, we are replacing my daughter's iPhone 7 battery. And like I said guys, in my last video, I was showing you all the stuff that I received. And that was the battery and the cell phone case. So guys, like I told you last time, make sure you look on the back of your phone, your iPhone, and look at the bottom, little letters. And it will tell what model you need to order your parts for. And that's battery, that's Digitizer Touchscreen, or anything else. So guys, like I said, let's get to work. Now guys, if you notice in the picture, you will see I got my hair dryer, I have my suction cup, I have my little pry tools, and they give you, in the kit, they will give you the Zach kit that I got right here, the little blue pry tool and the screwdriver, that's the handle, and then the bits that goes in it, they're magnetized, so you just have to put it in there so much and it will suck it on in, guys. So see, all you have to do, you just have to let go and it sucks it in. So guys, yeah, so we got everything to do that. And then, of course, the battery. And the little tool that I was talking about in the last video about how you remove the SIMs card. So, and like I said, guys, you will receive that in this kit. If you look in the link of my last video, and I'm also put the link in this video also, for you can order your kit, and that comes with the battery and everything that I just showed you. Also in that kit comes the adhesive that seals the Touchscreen Digitizer back up, and then the little strips to hold the new battery in place. So guys, yeah, and I can't forget the cell phone case and the screen protector that I will be installing also in this video. So yeah guys, stay tuned and I'll get to that after we get through with the phone. Now guys, like I told you in the video, last video, you will need to get a hair dryer. Now you don't have to use a hair dryer if you don't want to, but I found that it makes it a little easier to help get that touchscreen digitizer lift up. So yeah, just follow me and I will take you step by step. All right guys, so let's set that to the side. The first thing you want to do is we are going to remove the screws in the iPhone. Now let me get this clear if I can show you guys. Okay, now you see right there where you plug up your phone, there's two screws. There's one on each side, that one and then one right there. So with the kit that you will receive, you will use the bit that says CRV star dash. Well, I'm gonna show it to you, try to get that clear for you guys to see it. And that way you know which bit to use. Let me see. Let's see. Okay. See it guys? Try to get it focused. It's kind of hard, these little bitty bits. Okay. Sorry guys, my hands are so dry from using hand sanitizer. I need to throw some lotion on. But it would say CRV star 0.8. So that's the first bit we are going to use in our screwdriver to remove those two screws. So, sorry guys, like I said, I'm under the weather. So what you would do, you would use that bit and screwdriver to remove those two screws right there. That one and that one. So that's what we do first. So guys, we're going to remove the screws. Sorry, I'm trying to make sure you guys see everything I do. So we're going to remove those screws. They're so little. I tell you guys, these screws are little. Oh, and also it will help if you have some type of towel or something that you can put down to help hold your screws in place. So I'm setting those screws right there, because when you use the hair dryer, if you use one, you can blow the screws all over the table. Not only that, if you just unscrewing the screw and it just happened to fall off your magnetized bit, see how that is, guys? It's holding in place on the magnetized screwdriver bit. What if I was to drop it and I didn't have no towel down? Those little screws will bounce anywhere on the floor or anything, and I'm telling you, it will be hard to find those little itty bitty screws. So guys, yeah, it'd be good to lay down some type of towel or something like that. All right guys, so we got those screws taken out. It's only two. Next thing, I'm gonna sit my screwdriver back down. I'm gonna zoom in a little bit. That way, hopefully you guys can see a little bit better. I didn't want the picture to get too distorted. All right, so once we got that, I'm gonna use my hair dryer. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go on and sit this little pry tool. I like using this one better when I'm doing these phones. So sit this little pry tool, and I'm gonna sit all this back a little bit. And I can use a suction cup if I need to, but the main thing is the little pry tool, and I'm gonna use my hair dryer and use it on low heat. You just have to use low heat. You don't have to get it burning hot. You just want to make sure that you warm it up a little bit. That's all you're doing. So let's turn it on, get on low heat, and get it. Wait till it's a little warm, or if you need to, if your hair dryer is not a high wattage one, you might need to turn it on higher. But low heat should do it. And you're just gonna go around, all the way around, and you're just gonna go slow. All you're doing, guys, is just heating that adhesive up that's holding that cell phone touchscreen digitizer. So just a little heat will work. So once we got that, that should be enough right there. And you mainly want to work on the bottom, because that's where we're going to start from. Now guys, before I get to it, I want to let you know, while we're prying this up, you want to be careful. There is wire ribbon on this side of the phone, and that's attaching the touchscreen digitizer to the phone. So you want to be careful when you're going around. You don't want to mess that up. So we're going to take this little pry tool, and be careful because it's be a little warm, and we are going to take it and just go under. Gonna just pry it enough to go under, and once you get it, here, let me try to get this camera focused enough for you guys to see. Let me turn it just a little drop. That way, give me room to work. Okay, can you see it, guys? Okay, we're gonna get this pry tool, and you wanna just kind of get it underneath that plastic. You can turn it whichever way, make it easier for you. You're gonna just pry it underneath and you're gonna lift it. And like I said, that hair dryer, you'd be surprised, will help you lift that up. Now guys, be careful because that touchscreen digitizer is really, now some sides I notice is thicker than others. So just find what side is easier for you. Okay? And you're gonna just lift. See how we got it underneath that? Let me see if I can zoom in. See that? I got it underneath. Now what you want to do now, guys, is just slowly go around, and what you're doing, you just lifting that up. Just lifting it up. That's all you're doing. And be careful, like I said, you don't want to damage your touchscreen or you be replacing that also. So just go around. Just go around slowly. Sometimes it might slide out. That's okay. Go back to where you started and we're gonna go around. I'm trying to make sure you guys see everything. So you just want to slowly go around. And guys, like I said, it might take a couple of tries. I'm gonna make sure I get this done. I'm gonna go a little bit away from the camera so I can see exactly what I'm doing, but also let you guys see it. So like I said, start from where you started and you're gonna go around. So you want to keep a steady go around. See what I'm doing, guys? Steadily going around, and all you're doing is prying that up. Yes, I could use my suction cup, but oops, I accidentally turned the phone on. So let's turn it back off. Don't need that on. Well, like I said, I'll wait till it comes completely up. And you just going around, and you want to be careful, guys, for you won't damage the phone. Okay, so once we got that side, here, let me turn this off. Sorry about that, guys. There we go, turn it off. Now, we're gonna go back from the bottom, and you're gonna go around this side. And be careful, like I said, this is the side that have the wires. So you just want to go slowly. You can lift a little bit. Don't lift too hard, guys. You don't want to break your wires. These are really sensitive. So what you want to do, just go a little bit, and once you get it open a little bit like that, you can use your hand to help hold it. So you can go around a little bit and lift. There we go. Now, once you got that, like that, you are going to pull down a little bit, guys. So, like I said, be careful on the right hand side. You got your home button right there. Be careful for this side. This is where the wire ribbons are that goes to your touchscreen. So be careful. Now what you want to do, you want to take this top part and be careful and pull down a little bit. I'm going to try to show you guys. Pull down a little bit. Wiggle it if you need to, because you need to unfasten that. It actually fastens to the top. So guys, lift up a little bit like that and pull down just a drop, not too much. You see how I got that gap starting? You just want to wiggle it to pull that down. And we're going to pull it out once you pull that down enough. You see. Now sometimes you might have to go back around because it got adhesive at the top too. So go with your pry tool, and yeah, you might have to just go around that way. But like I said, be careful when you're doing it. You don't want to crack the screen. And there I go, turning the phone on again. So once you get it, wiggle it down. And then once you get it, you want to lift, and you're going to open it like a book. Okay, guys? So let's try to do that. You're going to lift it like a book. There we go. See it? And you're going to see adhesive. adhesive strip. So you're gonna lift it slowly like a book. Now don't just pull it away, because you do not want to pull these tape wires. You see these wires right here, guys? That wire and that one. You don't want to pull those, because once you damage those, yeah, you will be replacing the Digitizer touchscreen. So once you got that open, I'm going to set the phone down. And it's good to have something that can kind of prop this side up. So I'm going to scoot that over for you guys to see. Kind of have something to help prop it up. That way it won't lay flat. We don't want to put any type of stress on these tape wires, guys. So yeah. So then I'm going to zoom in. Like I said, I'm trying to zoom in to make sure the picture is not too pixelated. Hopefully that works. All right, guys, let's see. All right, the next step is we are going to remove these screws right here. But let's go on and remove that. Now, these screws, let me make sure you guys see what I'm talking about. I know it's kind of hard to see. I'm gonna bring the camera closer. Okay, see that, guys? These screws are here. That one, that one, that one, and that one. There's 4 screws. Let me show you again. This one, this one, this one right there, and this one. We're just gonna remove that plate right there to start off. We might have to move this plate, but we're gonna try to get the battery out without removing this plate first. So let's remove this plate first, okay? So I'm gonna lift the camera back up and I'm gonna find what screwdriver we need for that, all right, guys? So, all right. So I'm thinking it's not gonna use the same screwdriver as the one we took the little screws out. So let's see. Nope, I don't think it is. Nope. So we're not gonna use that one. We're gonna set that one to the side, and it's gonna be one of these little screw bits. So once I find it, I will let you know which one you guys need to use. All right, so all right, guys, I found it. So you will be using, let me pull this out and look at it and tell you. You will be using the little bit to say CRVY 0. I think that's a 6. It's so small. Let me see. I'm trying to get it for you guys to see. Even if you don't see it, I'm gonna read it off to you. It will say CRVY 0.6. That's what it looked like it's saying. So that's the next bit you're gonna use, guys. So we're gonna unscrew these 4 screws, okay? And make sure when you're taking this stuff apart, you're gonna set it exactly the way it went in. So I'm gonna try to put it in focus for you guys to see what I'm doing, okay? So we're gonna set it exactly the way we're taking them out. So this little plate is like a L shape. So that's exactly how I'm gonna set the screws down, in an L shape. That way we put them exactly the way we took them out. Yes, they may all be the same screws, but we're not taking any chances. I noticed one thing with iPhone. iPhone is a really precise company. The way they do stuff, they want to make sure it's put back the same way it was taken apart. So we just want to make sure everything goes back the same way. Now, once you drop the screws, we are going to, you can use your tweezers, and we're going to lift that little plate up. There we go. See that, guys? That's a little L-shaped plate right there. So we're gonna set that exactly where the screws are. You see that, guys? We're gonna set that where the screws are. Now, once you got that lifted, you have where your wires are going. One wire is going to your touchscreen digitizer. We're not worrying about that. The one that we're worrying about is this one. That's the one that goes to the battery, guys. I'll make sure you all see that. Now, I normally can do these jobs pretty fast, but I want to take you step by step so you know exactly what you're doing. Okay, let me zoom in and show you. Okay, guys, the only one we're gonna worry about lifting is this wire right there. That is the one that goes to the battery. So you could use your tweezers, and we are going to just lift up. Be careful, guys, because you don't want to do any damage to anything. So I'm gonna put the phone back and try to get this for it will be out neatly and nicely. All right, guys, so I'm gonna lift the phone back up and show you. So take your little tweezers, and you can go to each side if you need to and just lift it. See how that's lifted? Now, I got that up in the air. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's up in the air right there. I might need to get in closer, let you guys see. See how I have that lifted, guys? There we go, right there. So that's the wire that goes to the battery. All right, now the next thing we're gonna do, there should be some little pull tabs that you pull to help pull the battery out. It's the adhesive strips that I was telling you guys about. Let me show you. So you see these two strips right here, the ones they gave to replace for the new battery? There's some underneath here. So we are trying to get those. Now you want to be careful because you don't want to mess up the battery. You don't want to bend it or anything. So we are trying to see if we can get to the adhesive strips. Now sometimes they have it that you can easily get it, and sometimes they don't. So guys, I do see it, they have it laying down. It kind of blend in with the battery. You see that? See those little black strips? That's the ends of them. So they have it laying down. So what you're gonna try to do is try to peel it up a little bit. You see how I'm peeling it? Should be two of them. So I'm gonna try to peel it. That way you can get a hold of it. So I'm gonna go on and peel both sides up, and then we're gonna pull it slowly. Okay, guys, so I'm gonna peel both of them up. They have those laying down just to, get them out of the way. All right, so once you got them up, let's lay your phone back down slowly, and we are going to start with the first one. Try to get a grip of it. That'd be the hardest thing. You're just trying to get a grip before you can pull that adhesive out, because by pulling it out, it will help release that battery. There's nothing else holding that battery down except these two adhesive strips. You don't want to pry that battery out too much. Just trying to get... Sorry guys. Just trying to make sure. Sometimes, like I said, it's a little hard to get those. So you want to just try to get a hold of that adhesive. The main thing is you want to be careful because these batteries can easy, if you bend them, you can easy catch them on fire or anything like that. So we don't want that. So I noticed that this one is kind of hard to get. So we might have to lift up some way a little bit. So get your plastic tool and we're gonna try to lift just a little bit. If you're gonna lift, go from the side, but be careful, don't bend that battery. Lift from the bottom. Lift from the bottom. That's all we're trying to do. We want to get that adhesive. Normally when they put these in here, they put it that you can get a hold of the adhesive and you can pull it out. But I noticed it's kind of hard to do. So I'll lift it up a little bit, guys, and let's see if that will help me grab these adhesive strips. Okay, you see I got that one right there. Now I want to pull. That's what I want to do. It's almost like you see the advertisements for the hooks that you put on your wall. You pull it and sometimes it breaks. So we are going to just finish lifting. And like I said, we're going to try not to bend that battery too much. I know it's kind of hard to do without bending the battery, but we are going to try. Okay, and like I said, be careful. Be careful, guys. You don't want to mess that battery up too bad. And the reason why I'm lifting from this side is because I don't want to bend that battery or mess with anything over on this side where there's wires. So I'm gonna try to see if I can go over on this side a little bit. Guys, like I said, every phone is not going to be perfect. So what you want to do is just take your time, and if you do have to go on this side, try to go where there is no wires. So it's hard to get on that side, guys, so we're gonna have to just try to stick on this side. We're gonna try to stay at the bottom. I know I'm in the light in your view, but just trying to lift up enough for me to get started. Let's see. We're trying to lift. They put these in here so good, and like I said, it's supposed to be that you can grab those little strips and pull to get that battery out. But I notice this one's kind of hard. Okay, I'm trying to get it with the tweezers. I think I got a little bit of hold of it. There we go. Now I'm gonna try to pull it slowly. There we go. And what you want to do, just pull slowly, guys. That helps release it. See how it's pulling out? Good. Pull slowly. And that's supposed to help release the battery. I know it sounds crazy, but this is the way iPhone designed it to do. So you're gonna keep pulling. I know it seemed like it's forever, like a stick of gum. Okay, so we got that one pulled out. Now we're gonna see if we can get the battery lifted. And be careful, guys. Like I said, you can put your hand underneath if you can. Try to go under. That one's pretty, it's in there pretty good. It's in there pretty good, guys. But we're gonna keep trying. Like I said, if you don't feel comfortable doing this, you could take it to a professional, but they will charge you, trust me. But we are trying to lift that. Yes, I could probably put some heat on it, but with a battery, you want to be kind of cautious because heat can heat up battery real quick. So Alrighty. I thought it was coming. I got one side. So what I notice is I have this side coming up because I pull out the adhesive all the way. So I guess I can go from this side and try to pry under. Guys, like I said, be careful because I notice it's bending that battery and I really don't want to do that. But I don't know what else to do. Once this is stuck like this, so we're almost getting it. Yeah, they got that adhesive and they're good. Ugh. Let me see if I can get my tweezers underneath, guys, to help pull. Okay, I do got a grip of the adhesive and I'm gonna try to pull it and it breaks. It breaks, but it got me a little bit closer. Okay, there we go, guys. I got it. I warned you to be careful and not bend those batteries. Those batteries can be dangerous by bending them. I'm sorry, but I had to do that. But we got it out. So we're gonna throw this battery over to the side. I'm gonna swoop my camera back up, zoom it back out, set that battery over here to the side somewhere, out of the way. Now, once you have that out, you see you have a clean slate. This is all the adhesive that came from that battery. So yeah, that was crazy, guys. Now, while you're at it, any old adhesive that was around the Digitizer Touchscreen, go on, if it's sticking up, go on and clean that up. Just go on and clean that up. Now, it might blend in because it looks like it's part of the phone, but let me zoom out real quick. Let me zoom in for you guys to see. You see how I took my tweezers and I grab the adhesive, go on and pull that adhesive up. That's the old adhesive that seals your touchscreen digitizer. So go on and try to clean that up, because when you put your new one down, that will take place of the old one. So let's see. Take your tweezers, since it got a sharp point, kind of go around. Like I said, it will blend in sometime and make it hard to see, but you just want to try to go around and clean it up. And you know, with the sharpness of your tweezers, it can help lift the old adhesive up. Like I said, guys, don't be fooled. It will blend in, but it's good to go on and get that out, because you want your new adhesive to lay down freshly and help seal that touchscreen. So we're just gonna try to clean it up. Just try to get a hold of it and yeah, just pull it up. So guys, take your time, go around this and get that adhesive up. Okay, you're gonna have all little types, so just take your tweezers like I'm doing and just, if you keep going back and forth sometimes, so what you want to do, you want to make sure you clean off all of this. Then after you get all of the adhesive off around, we are going to do something that is a little bit harder, guys. So I want you to pay really good attention. So this is where the harder part come in. Okay, Now we're gonna lift up these tabs. It goes to the Digitizer Touchscreen. So I'm gonna zoom in, well, bring it close to you so you see what I'm talking about. Okay, you see that, guys? There's 2 wires right here. There's one underneath each other. So we're gonna have to lift the first one up. Take your tweezers, just kind of lift. You see how that came up, guys? And then there's one underneath there. You're gonna have to take your tweezers and just lift from the side. You see how that popped up? See how there's 2 right there? Now, this one is the last wire over here. We are going to have to take some screws loose to get to that wire and lift it up. That way we can put the new adhesive around, and then we will reinstall the tape wires. So guys, I'm gonna sit this down and figure out what screws and screwdriver bit I need to use. I know, guys, it seemed like it's a little bit harder to do, but I mean, that's what you have to do when you're doing this, if you're doing it right. Now, there's some people that replace the battery and they do not put new adhesive back around. They just replace the battery, snap the phone back together, and just go as the day comes. But with us, we want to make sure we do it right, because if not, you know, if water gets in it or anything, then we will be wishing we did. So I'm trying to see if this screwdriver bit will work for this. So nope, I don't think so. So guys, it might be the next one. Let's see. Just trying to see, and I'll let you know if it is or not. I think that one. Okay, it's this one. All right, guys. So the screwdriver bit that you need for that is the CRV. Let's see. Trying to get that focus in for you guys. It's CRV. What is that saying? PH000. So CRV PH000. Guys, I know it's hard to see, but trust, if you get the same kit, that is exactly the one you need. So we're gonna unscrew these 2 screws right here. Like I said, be careful, you don't want to break that tape wire. Unscrew it and just set it to the side right here. Your screws. You see that, guys? I'm just setting it to the side. I'm setting them right here. Let me put that in view for you to see. I set that screw right there so you can see it. Hold on. There we go. Set the screw right there because we don't want it to go too far, so we can put it exactly back where we got it from. So just lifting this other one up. It should be just 2 screws that you need to lift, and then get our tweezers, especially if you got fit hands like me, and lift that little part up. Set it right by your screws, exactly the way you took it up. Okay, now use your tweezers and lift that last tape wire up. See that, guys? It's up. So now you can fully remove your touchscreen digitizer. See that, guys? So we're going to set that to the side, and we are going to lay down everything. So first we're going to go on and put our battery, and then we are going to put our adhesive. First we're going to put our adhesive strips for the battery, then the battery, then the adhesive that goes around for the touchscreen digitizer. So we're going to do it in those orders to go on and get everything done. So first you get your battery strips, and we are going to, let's see how. So okay, so the way you lift this up, if you see how it has the blue part right there, and then there's a pink part. See, on the other side it don't have that. The other side is all pink. So you want to turn it this way, and you just want to lift the clear part up like this. So lift that clear part up, and you will have the strips like this. Now the next thing you want to do is flip this over and lay this down inside like this. Be careful, because where you lay it is where it will stick. So the way I lay it, I want it to overhang over top of this little black bar. That way, if I ever have to replace this again, I have enough grip to capture that adhesive and pull it out underneath the battery. So once you got it laid down, make sure you rub it real good, and then you're gonna peel up the pink part. So put your fingers down right here and go on and peel that pink off. Now this is sticky. This is ready for your battery. So get your new battery out. It's the battery right there. Get your new battery out, guys. And we are going to lay it down. Make sure you get it exactly the way you need it, because once you lay it down, it's in there. So I'm going to make sure I got it pushed. I want to put mine towards the front first, then drop it down like that. Now rub it to make sure it's sticking good. And like I said, that adhesive strips that we put down for the battery, just leave that little plastic right there. Just leave it. You know, it's not going to hurt. Just leave it. That's what I do. Now we're going to go on and hook up our battery. Go on and attach the wire to the connection where the battery was at. So I'm going to lift this up before I get a better view. And yeah, go from there. So you might have to bend the wire a little bit to get it to tuck down in there. If you want to, you can use your tweezers, guys, if you need to. You want to tuck it down in between where the battery, there should be enough room, so don't think there's not. We want to make sure we have it in there for when you attach that battery. Everything will go correct. So should be enough room for you can push that down in there. So I'm gonna work on it and I will show you guys. Okay guys, like I said, you want to make sure you have enough room to tuck that wire down in there. That way when you plug that battery up, it will plug up and everything should go correctly. So I'm going to try to make sure I got it in view for you guys to see. Now guys, you want to make sure you angle that, and when you get ready to push that down, it should snap in. So let's just try to get that. Let's try to get that in. It should go in okay. You just want to make sure you got it angled. It can be tricky a little bit trying to get it in your view. Let some light shine on it. Let me get some light, guys. Hold on before I can show you. Alright, so you're gonna make sure you be careful and just, it should snap in place. Make sure. Maybe I need to zoom out a little bit for you guys to see. Okay, so I want to make sure. If you have to, lift it back up and then re-snap it just to make sure. That's what I do sometimes. Okay, I did have it in there. Now just snap it back. You want to make sure it is in there. So it should be snapped in there pretty good. Let's see. So guys, just make sure you take your time, and it should be snapped in. You shouldn't be able to move it, and it should be surface really nice and neat in there. We won't be able to really tell until we attach back up our touchscreen, and we will do a little test to make sure. So while we got that out, we're gonna go ahead and put our adhesive on for when we put the touchscreen back on. So now I'm going to see which way. Now you need to look at the patterns and see which way this is going to go on. So I'm going to find it real quick and I will show you guys. Let's see. So first off, you want to see a little tab right here. You're gonna go on and pull that tab up, and it should pull the adhesive off of the other part of the plastic. You can throw this away. Now, this is the part you want to make sure the sticky side of the adhesive, you can feel it and see if it's sticky. It's gonna be face down. Now, before we lay it down, we want to make sure that it's gonna line up and be exactly the way it needs to be. If you notice, let me see that, guys? It have like a wide part, and this one got like a little wide part, but down here it's real thin. Now you want to make sure you put the thin part at the bottom of your phone. When you have your battery in, your battery will have the 7 that way, and you're gonna put it just like this. So what you're gonna do is be careful, because most time once it touch inside, it sticks. So you want to kind of lay it against there. It give you just a little bit of room to make mistakes, but like I said, it's that mistake room is pretty narrow. So be careful, guys. What I normally try to do is try to start from the top, try to get it up in that corner. No, it's kind of awkward, or it might be best to get to the sides. You know, it just depends on. This is, to me, one of the hardest parts, is to make sure you get that in exactly the way you need it to be. So once you get it laid in, you want to kind of just go around with your hand. Just go around, guys. And what you're trying to do is just to get it stick inside that groove. Go with your fingernail if you need to. Take your fingernail and just go around, and all you're doing is pretty much just making it touch on the edges inside. Now we're talking about the inside. So go around. Now you're gonna see a little part hanging off. Remember that little blue tip? It's hanging off. Now we're gonna slowly try to pry that up and leave the black adhesive down. So it might take a few times, but we trying to just lift that up off of there. And sometimes it don't do it the first time. So you're gonna have to just keep on going around and just trying to lift. Now, I finally got it. So you just want to take it slowly. You're trying to leave that adhesive down there. Okay, see how that came off? So we got that adhesive down in there, and that's the hardest part, at least to me it is. So we can discard that. Now we are going to attach back up our Touchscreen Digitizer. So make sure, guys, that you have it back the way it's supposed to go. Okay, so first what we're gonna do is I will attach the first top part first. So I'm gonna try to get it for you guys to see, because there's only one snap in for that one. So kind of get it even. Use your thumb. I know it seems kind of hard, but hey, you got to do it, guys. Get it even and try to snap it in with your thumb. That's what you're trying to do. Now, I'm only got it this close because I'm trying to show you guys, but if I was doing it without videotaping it, recording it, I will have it sitting down and snap it, because it just make it easier. So I'm gonna sit it down to get this in. I'll lift it back up to show you. So if you want to use your tweezers, it makes it much easier. I know you guys can't see it, but I'm gonna try to zoom in so you can. Okay, guys, I promise you it don't normally take this long, but when you're trying to record and show people how to do it, it takes longer. So I want you to make sure you guys get it right and know how to do it if you have to do it yourself. So you want to give yourself some room to work with. So So what you do, you want to just try to line it up and snap it in. Once you line it up, it should snap in. You should feel it snap. So we got that snapped in, guys, right there. So then what I'm wanting to do is go on and get my little metal part right here that holds that strip in. Lay that back down over top of it. That's the first thing we want to do, is go on and get that back covered and get the screws in, because that way that strip won't come back out while we're working on the bottom. So get that laid back on there. Make sure you guys see it. Got that laid back on there. A little plate. Now I'm going to get my screws. And you should be able to use the magnetized screw head to like kind of get that screw on the tip. Like I said, the only thing is these little screws are so small. So go on and get it. You're gonna try to lay the screws in there. So once you get one started, hold on. Say iPhone, they make sure they use the smallest screws ever. Let me. Sorry about that, guys. Just trying to get the screw exactly on the tip. Okay. Try to get this even up. I think I got it in there. Yep, there it goes. Okay, now we get the last screw. Get it on the tip. Now we're gonna get, there we go. There we go. We got that. Now let's get this back. We got those two screws in. Now, like I said, you still want to be careful and make sure you leave enough room for you can get your other tape wires in. So now the next one we're gonna do, get your tweezers, and like I said, tweezers help. So we are going to fasten our next tape strip, which is the small one underneath. See that, guys? Not the one that sticks above, but the one below. That's the one we're gonna snap next. So yeah. So what you want to do, make sure you even it up, scoot it up if you need to, and we are going to snap it in. So you can use your finger if you got skinny fingers. I got fit fingers, so tweezers help me. And you feel it snap in. See that, guys? It snapped in. Okay, now our last tape strip, our wire. So we're gonna snap it in, then we're gonna put our cover back over. Like I said, I got fat fingers, so it helps with tweezers. Kind of get it even up. Click it, you hear it click, and there you go. Now we are going to put the cover back on and the screws, then we're going to test it before we close it up all the way. So remember, this is the L. The L is going to go like this. And we're going to get it lined up. There we go. That way we can get our screws. All right. Now remember, the screwdriver that we use for this top, do not go for this one. So we're going to set that one to the side. We are done with that. I'm trying to see which one we need to use the L. The one for the L, I think it's the CRV star 0.6. So that's the one I think we use for the L. So going to get the little screw. So you're going to put the screws back the way you had it laid out with the L. Just make sure. All right. Like I said, the hardest part to me is getting the screws back on the tip. Let me make sure that is the right screwdriver. No, my fault, guys. The one you're going to use for the L is the CRV Y 0.6. Sorry about that, guys. Good thing I'm doing this video and I can tell you ahead of time which one you need. Sorry about that, guys. So, yeah. There we go. Get it in there. Well, Make sure we get it. There we go. Alrighty, we got one in. Now we're gonna do the last two. Well, actually three. My fault. So, last three screws. Like I said, the little screws. I just tried to go on and put them the way I took them out, but really you don't have to. I mean, but honestly, I think you might do. I think some screws are shorter than other, so just put them back the way you took it out. That's the reason why I say set the screws exactly with the little L. That way you can get them back the way they were. It's one thing, iPhone, they are really precise. Of all phones I have ever worked on, they are the ones that really have everything set up a certain way. Nothing wrong with that. That just means that they are on point, but make it harder for people to fix their own. I think that's what they want, though. They want people have to bring it to the factory or take it to a professional to get it done. Alright guys, the last screw. Then we're going to test it out. Screw on the little tip. Sorry about that. You know it's magnetized, but it want to move around everywhere. Alright. I think we got it. And guys, make sure when you do it, be careful for you won't strip your little screws out. Okay. It's one thing you want to make sure. These little screws can easily be stripped. Alrighty, so got that. Make sure we got the screws in good. Okay, they are all in good. Just make sure. Alright, so now we're not gonna lay this all the way over because we want to just test it out. Okay. Now, hopefully, it have enough charge in this new battery to let me test it out. So, I'm gonna lift it up, and I'm gonna push the button. Up, it came on. There we go, guys. We just want to make sure. The reason why we're doing this is to make sure that the screen is connected every exact way it should be. Now you might have to wait a little bit because you just put a brand new battery in. Okay, so yeah, the screen, it looks good. Okay, now we're gonna turn it off. Well, let's go on and push some buttons. Make sure. Okay, yeah, everything's good. So we're gonna turn it back off. Okay, now we are going to slowly put this back on. Now I'm gonna have to zoom out some for you guys to capture this. Okay, now same way we took it off, it's the way we're gonna have to put it back on. We're gonna have to lay it down and we're gonna have to lift the top. Now be careful not to mess up your tape wires. You're gonna lift the top and you're gonna push it up, guys. But you got to get that top snapped in first. Then you can lay the rest of the phone down. Okay, so I got the top pushed in. You want to make sure you get it pushed in. See how it lays even with the frame? See that, guys? Now you can snap the rest in. Be careful, don't push too hard. You don't want to crack your screen because we don't want to have to replace the touchscreen on a phone that only had the battery going bad. So once you get it around, you slowly and take your time. Don't push too hard. You want to make sure everything's fastened in. Now we are going to get the the screws and put at the bottom. But before we do that, we're going to try to test it one more time. We're going to turn it on. And we're just going to make sure the touchscreen is picking up real good. Now guys, I don't know if you know, but when you put a new battery in, you need to run the battery. At least I was told, and it's a good thing to do. Run the battery dead before you recharge it up fully. That way, you just want to run your fingers across. Make sure. Okay. Dismiss. Okay, so just want to make sure everything is working the way it needs to. Press home. Let me see something, guys. I want to try something first. I'm gonna take it off the camera. Okay, yeah, so like I said, we're gonna put the screws in and then we're gonna just go back over and test a few things. But yeah, you just want to make sure everything's good. So you can, if you want to, just try some different things. Just try a few items just to check, see. So, all right, guys. So I am about to put the screws in and go from there. So just hold tight. All right. All right, guys. Now the screw bit that you're going to need to Put the last two screws in at the bottom. It's the CRV star 0.6. It's either a 6 or an 8. So you're gonna need that one. CRV star 0. I think that's a 6. Might be an 8. It's kind of hard to tell. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do. So I gotta make sure. Sorry about that, guys. I'm trying to get it. So you gotta make sure you get that screw hose. Screw it down. There we go. And then the last one. So let's get the screw. Where did I put the screw? Here we go. Alright guys, so the last one. So I'm going to put it in. Screw it down in there. There we go. Alright guys. So, just one moment. Hey guys, when you last seen me, I was up there putting the new battery in the iPhone 7 for my daughter. You can see that. I got the battery in. And last time you seen me, I was actually putting the Touchscreen Digitizer back on and going through tests to make sure everything worked. Well guys, when I got down to the home button, if you notice it's missing right here, but when I got down to the home button, I noticed that the home button wasn't working. Well, I kept on trying different things, try to reset the phone and everything like that, and noticed that it still was not working, but everything else was. So I took it back apart to figure out what was going on, because I attached all the wires back up, plugged them up perfect, and everything was good to go, but that home button was not working. Well, come to find out that when you open up one of these phones, and if you even look it up, it's good to, these phones do that. The 6s, the 7s, the 7 pluses, and the 8s have a good tendency of, when you open them back up, or whenever you open them for the first time, like I told you guys, when you open it, you have to really take your time, because it has the wires on this end. So when you open it up, you got to lift it carefully like a book. But what it is, where these wires are in here from the beginning of the phone when it was actually made, that they are bent to a certain degree, and when you open it up, one of those wires can easily be cracked. And I'm gonna show you guys. Let me turn on this light if I can show you guys. All right, so the wire that goes to the home button, which is the home button dial, and it is actually the thing for the Touch ID. You might get a signal saying the Touch ID will not work, other than might have to be reprogrammed, by just turning it off and on or whatever and resetting. If it still don't fix it, you might have the problem that I ran into. So I'm going to show you guys. If you look right here, you remember guys, you had two wires that plug back up. Well, let me get zoomed in close. The first wire was okay, but this wire right here is the wire that actually goes to the home button. And this is the wire. Let me make sure I get this focus. Hold on guys, sorry about that. All right, this wire, this bottom wire, not the top one. Let me get that right there. Not the top wire, but this second wire right there. This wire actually goes to the home button, and it also is for the Touch ID. Now, if you notice, I'm going to get real close and show you. When I was opening it up, I guess it ripped the wire a little bit. If you notice that split right there, hold on, let me lift it. See that, guys? You see how that split right there? You see a white mark where the line where it split open. See that? That right there is what happened. And guys, that's why I tell you, you have to think, when they make these phones, they bend these wires to a certain degree and they sit in that same position for the longest until it's time to open up the phone. And sometime when you open it up, if you're not careful, it can crack that tape wire. They're really thin. So with that being said, I had to go on and order a whole brand new touchscreen digitizer. And with a lot of these that you order, it don't come with the home button. And that's good. Reason why is because if you replace the touchscreen digitizer with a home button that's already in there when you get it, 9 times out of 10, the Touch ID will not work, because in some way iPhone has that home button, have it programmed that it has to recognize your original phone. So if you put a new home button in, your Touch ID still will not work, because it will not recognize that home button unless you get it reprogrammed. That's the reason why a lot of people will have that problem, have to take it back to iPhone and let them install it, and they can charge you up to $300 some to get all that fixed. But what I did, I ordered a brand new touchscreen digitizer, which is right here. This is it. And my daughter, she wanted a black face instead of the white face. See, that was the white face. She wanted a black face. So I went on and ordered the brand new black face. And if you notice right here, the home button is missing. So what I have to do, I took out the home button out of her original, and I'm going to install it in this one. That way it should still work perfect for the Touch ID with her phone, because her phone will recognize that touch home button. I don't know why they did it like that, but I guess that's a way that, they make sure that you bring it back to the shop of iPhone. But guys, I'm not going to be recording me installing the home button, but when I get the home button installed and put this phone back together, then I will be doing the video of me installing the cell phone case and the cover for the touchscreen, for the protection of it. So guys, you will see that very soon. So just stay tuned. All right, guys. So I got everything back together, and we're going to test it out. If you notice, it is the black face, and it has the little white button. So yeah. I see that little ghost mark right there, but everything should be okay. So we're gonna test this out, guys. I'm gonna lay the phone down here, and so waiting for activation. I know that, not worrying about that, but what we want to do, we want to make sure everything works good. So we're gonna check first by just pushing on something. Let's hit calculator. Okay, I should be able to hit the home button and it should go back to, yep. The real test is we're gonna go to settings, and we are going to scroll. Let's see. I already went past it. We're gonna go to Touch ID and password. Okay. I should be able to turn these on without a message coming up saying that it is not working right. So let's see. Oh, it says Touch ID. I'm gonna touch my thumb. There it goes, guys. You see that? It's working. I'm gonna clear this once I get through. I'm just testing that out. Got everything working right now. So now adjust your grip. Now let's see, keep going to capture the edges of your print. So everything works good, guys. See the first edge. Complete. So let me type this in real quick. Sorry about that, guys. I'll type this in. Alrighty. Alright, so it's going through all that. I don't have to do all that. I just wanted to make sure that I get everything correct. So so guys, everything's working. I want to go back to the Touch ID and cancel. Well, I guess I have no choice but to finish this, but I didn't want to. Okay, there we go. So, like I said, everything is working. Yeah, so can add fingerprint. I'll let her do all that. So yeah, guys, I'm so happy everything is working correctly. So yeah, well, like I said, the next step is I'm going to be putting the new cell phone case on and the screen protector. So guys, let's get to it. I'm gonna zoom out a little bit and yeah, get to it. So like I say, guys, if you have that problem when you change your battery, 9 times out of 10 it could just be something that you need to just go in there and push reset. But be careful. Like I said, guys, you don't want to tear that tape wire. Think about it, those tape wires been there ever since they made the phone. If the phone is a year or two old, that crease in that tape wire been there for a long while. So when you open it up for the first time, you're opening that crease back up, and sometimes that can crack it. So yeah, guys, just letting you know. So first we're gonna put the case on. I'm gonna put the case on. This is the black case. I guess that's why she wanted the black face. So once the case is on, you can't tell until you just look at the back. But I'm not mad at her. That's something she likes. So now we're going to open up the little pack. Like I said, we got the link. Like I said, it's going to be in the description that you can order this case and all the other colors. There was a lot of other colors. So first off, what we want to do, we're going to clean the screen with this alcohol pad, prep pad. And then this is for like if you see any, I guess, dust or whatever before you lay the glass down. This is to help get the dust off. It shouldn't leave no type of residue. So first we're going to wipe it with the alcohol pad. Then we're going to take the little cloth and we're going to clean it real good for fingerprints. Okay, guys? So that's what we're going to do. Let's open this up. Hell, seems like the alcohol pad's kind of dry. So going to dry it up. But yeah, seems like it done dried up. It's not really wet like I'm thinking it should be, but hey, said. Okay, so we did that. Let's take our little cloth and we're gonna clean it with the cloth. Now, you don't want to press too hard, but you want to make sure you get any smears or any type of marks. And you know, guys, I know this touchscreen digitizer is brand new, so I mean it can't be too dirty. But think about it. I sit there and touch all on it to install it and everything. So yeah, got that. Now let's open up one of these glass things. Now, guys, they got this for a reason. Showing. Let me zoom in and out. This is showing. Let me zoom out, guys, so you can see. Okay, this is showing back. You see right there, guys? It says the word back. I'm trying to get it for you guys to see it. Sometimes I hate this camera. It don't want to focus good. See that says back? And that means, it should be the back. I'm trying to see. When it got the little sticker, it should be that you can, yeah. See that, guys, how you can peel it up like that? So that means that should be like, that's the part that lays on the phone. Yeah, you should lay that on the phone. And because they kept that clean, if you notice, that's where fingerprints is not on right now. But I noticed when I pulled it up, it has that little sticker. So let's open up the other one. See that, guys, what I'm saying? When I pulled it up, you see that little piece of whatever part of the sticker on there. So we're going to pull the other one out. I don't know if you've seen that real good. See these, guys? Look. When I peel it up, part of this sticker stuck on there. I'm not trying to put my fingerprint on it to really mess it up. So let's pull the other one. Hopefully the other one's not like that. That's just where they was faulty and didn't do it right. Let's see. I'm thinking this one's the same way. Okay, so now this one ain't the same way. Thank God. So when I peel this back, this flips over and lays on the phone. So let's just make sure we got it wiped real good before we lay this down. Just wipe it one more time. Okay. Now we should be ready. Let's peel this up. Come on. There we go. Yeah, guys, like I said, you flip it over. See that? You flipping it over, and we are going to turn it and try to lay it. Make sure you lay this. I'm gonna zoom in, guys. Make sure you try to lay it that it lays over the mouthpiece perfectly. Well, it'd be best to do the circle, the home screen. So let's turn the phone around the other way. Let's try to make sure we match around the circle. Okay. And when you lay it down, you want to try to make sure that it goes exactly over the earpiece. There we go. Because you don't want to, you see how that is, I don't know if you see that, guys. It's like it's taking its own time and it's laying all the way flat on the phone. And all this is just a protector to make sure that, hold on, you can take your cloth and rub. That way you get the bubble out. So I noticed it got a bubble in there. I don't know if you guys see that. Let me get it closer. You see that where I have a bubble? I need to try to get the air bubble out. So, and if it don't come out, I'm gonna have to probably do the other glass. I don't know why that air bubble is in there and don't want to come out. Huh. I don't know, guys. I mean, it's the glass warped a little bit. The not the phone glass, but the protector that I just laid down, because that should be doing a flat maneuver. It should lay flat. I don't know why. Let me see, guys. I might have to. Okay. Well, on the other one that I thought was on there, that's on the back side. So that is the part that your hands will touch. So I can actually pull this one up, and let's try to lay the other one down. So I'm going to zoom out and show you. See that, guys? I'm going to pull this up using my fingernail, pull it up. You pull it up slowly, guys. You see that? Pull it up slowly. And we're going to move it out of the way. It just didn't work out. We're going to lay this other one down. Hopefully this one works out perfect. So, let's lay it down. Let's just take this cloth and wipe it one more time. And then try to lay this one down. Okay, there we go. Let's try to lay it down, guys. Hopefully this one works. Okay. Look like it is. Okay, I think that one worked. Cool. Yes, it did. That one worked perfect. Worked perfect, guys. It worked perfect. Okay, I'm gonna turn the phone around this way. I know it seemed like the glass might be a little scoot over a little bit. Let me see. Yeah, it's over a little bit. I might try to lift it and scoot it back over just a drop. Let's try to lift it. Let's try to lift it. Oh, I hate that. When you lift it, guys, if you have to lift it, kind of keep your hand on the edge. Don't touch underneath. Trying to lay it even. I think it scooted up from the home button. Yeah, it did. So let's try to keep it about right there. What I do, I put my finger at one end, kind of hold it. Ooh, that's over too much. And try to even it. It's the worst thing when you lay these down. You want to try to get everything even. Let's see if that's it. I think it's even. It looks even. A little bit off. Yeah, maybe I need to scoot it up just a drop. So we're gonna try this again, guys. Sorry. Once we get it up, we're gonna use our fingernails to scoot it up some. There we go. Let's try to lay it even. Come on, baby. Let's see, this should do it. I think I did it. Let's see. Okay. That looks good enough. Let's make sure we get it to lay back down flat. Now, a little bubble on the edge up here. I think that's where I probably lifted, and it probably bent it a little bit. I don't know if I should put a little heat to it or what. So Let's see. I don't want to press too hard. I don't want to crack the screen. We just got that brand new Touchscreen Digitizer on there. So, yeah. So, I'm going to put this other one back in here. Yeah. And, yeah. Try to put it back in here. Try to lay this back down. Sorry about that, guys. I'm just trying to lay this back down. Alright, I got that. Cover back up. And I'm thinking about I might get the hair dryer and try to put a little heat to it. I don't know if that will work. So we might. So just hang tight, guys. Alright guys, I went and got the hair dryer. I'm gonna try to put a little heat to it. Hopefully that will go on and let it lay. Hopefully. I have never done this, so I'm hoping this will work. What I'm trying to do is pull a little heat to it. Let's zoom in, guys, so you guys see it. Just trying to get the edge to lay down completely. So well, guys, I don't know what else to do. I don't know why. I don't know if it's because it bent a little bit when I kept lifting it from that corner, but you wouldn't think that, well, being that supposed to be protection plastic. I don't know. If not, guys, we might just have to try the other one back out. I don't know. It might be what we have to do, guys, because I don't want to leave that bubble, because with that bubble, I know it will come back up sooner or later. So I might lift it up. We might lift it up and yeah, try to put the other one back down. So we'll zoom out a little bit and might try to put the other one back on again. That's just crazy. It's crazy, guys. It's crazy. So we're gonna lift this one up and we're gonna try to put the other one back on. I hate this. This is, even though it don't supposed to bend or anything. That's crazy. It's just nuts. So yeah, we're gonna take this one back and try to put that one on. Oh lordy, let's try this, guys. I don't want to make the same mistake. Let's see. I think this one actually worked. Yes, guys, we got it. Yes, we got it. This actually worked. Yep. this one actually worked. Cool. Yeah, that looks good. This look like I got a little smudge underneath right here. Yeah, let me try to angle that. You see that little smudge, guys, right there? But hey, I'm not trying to lift that up and cause anything. So yeah, she's just gonna have to deal with that. I think I got a little hair piece or whatever. I mean, I can order her some more of these protector and everything, but this is just for right now. So yeah, so let's test it out one more time to make sure that everything works good through the protection glass. So okay, let me do this code real quick, guys. All right, so we got it open, so let's test everything out. Cool. Calendar, let's get back out of there. Calendar will like to send you notifications. Allow. I'm gonna go on and say that. Get out of that. Clock. The weather. Turn on location service to allow weather. We do it. Later on, I'll let her do that. Phone book. Or our book. That's books reading. I don't know. Podcast. So all these work. All these work. Yeah. Let's see. Camera. Let's see how good the camera works. Okay. Yeah. That's my camera works good, guys. Let's zoom out. Camera works good. Yep. I can scoot it over. Works good. I love the home button's working good. So yeah. Perfect. Well, guys, yeah, this will be the end of my video. I just wanted you guys to see me install a new battery, and wind up I had to install a new touchscreen digitizer with a different home button from the original. Sorry I didn't record that, guys. I felt like you already seen me put the phone together once I put the new battery in. So I mean, it's the same thing. The only difference I had to do is just put the home button from the old phone into this one, which was nothing. It was just 4 screws hold together and snap the wires together. So guys, you seen all that, but now you see me install the case and the film protector, and yeah, I'm finished. So guys, I appreciate you joining me in this video of me installing a brand new higher power battery in my daughter's iPhone 7, and you know, hey, wind up replacing the touchscreen digitizer too. So she got pretty much a brand new phone, minus all the rest of the guts. But well, guys, I'm glad you enjoyed my video, and please make sure you hit that thumbs up and hit that share button. Share with your friends and family, and also make sure you hit that subscribe button. Subscribe to my channel. That way, every time I release a video, you'll be notified and you will be able to see it. Well, guys, I guess I will talk to you later, and make sure you have a great day and stay safe out there. All right, guys. Peace.